Nithyanandam,
Nithyanandam.
with a gratitude to our Guru, His Holiness Paramahamsa Nithyananda Swami, or Swamiji, we welcome you today to this video. My name is Ma Nithya Dhyanatmananda Swami, and I'm with Ma Kathy Robertson. She's a disciple of Swamiji and a many-time Inner Awakening graduate, and she's part of the Ohio Sangha, located in Columbus, Ohio. And I've gotten to know Kathy over the past few years. When I come and visit Columbus, the Columbus Temple, the Ohio Temple, is actually the first temple in the U.S. of Swamiji's. And I'll probably do a separate video on the temple itself and some of the amazing happenings that happened here. And so I've gotten to know Kathy and see her transformation over the years and actually how bright and light she has become. And it's a normal course, people go to Inner Awakening, they spend time around Swamiji. She's actually lived in the aadheenam. She was previously, I just got to know today, a psychiatric nurse, retired. But obviously, as a nurse, it's such a strenuous and hardworking profession, and they're exposed to so much. And we were just chatting before how the teachings of Swamiji helped in that environment. So let's just back up. You may be curious on how Kathy, I was curious on how Kathy came to the path of meeting Swamiji in Hinduism. Maybe if you could just share a few words.
Yes, I've always been a seeker my whole life. I've always been interested in India. I've always been interested in gurus. I've always been very active in finding out things about spirituality. That's been my lifestyle the whole time. And as I went through the years, in 1997, my grandmother died, and she was like the last person on that age group that was alive, and I felt like I needed to add something to my life to make sure that I would be okay, that I wasn't like looking for something outside of myself to make my life stable. So I kind of started a more intense seeking process. And in that, I did find another guru, and I was with him for 2 or 3 years. And I'm not exactly sure what happened. I think maybe because Hinduism was so new to me, I got a little bit overwhelmed. So I took a break from that, and I said, no more gurus in my life. I'm done with gurus. And then so other ones kind of kept popping up, and then all of a sudden Swamiji appeared in my life in 2009, and that was it. I did my first program, and it was love immediately. I had to go to work the next day after the program, and when I had time by myself, I just went and kind of spent time feeling the love and feeling the yearning to kind of be with him more. And so I've been very fortunate to be here in close to the Ohio aadheenam. I've been able to come here. I've been a volunteer here for quite a few years. I'm able to participate in the rituals. It's just been a very learning, growing, expanding experience for me. And that's the real key to it, is that it's really been so much experience. So many things have happened experientially for me to make me grow and transform.
Wonderful. So, since you have been with other gurus, and what was it that's kept Swamiji? Was it the experiences, or how you feel about you? What do you think it was that? Because you were a seeker, a Western seeker is really looking for the truth after some major event happened in their life, and now you feel like you found your guru.
Yes.
So how come you're staying?
Well, there's so many things. Certainly all of my experiences and how I feel I'm changing, and how I feel my life is changing, and how I'm able to, part of what he teaches is being able to create our reality. And I can see that things are starting to happen more where I'm able to create the life that I want to. I had a couple other thoughts about this.
Well, you also mentioned one thing that was where you're seeing the power of your will or your intention, how it's just manifested in the outside world.
Right. One of the fun things that's kind of happened for me, and this has really been going on for several years, I've been working on this. I live about 30 minutes away from the temple.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever I leave and it looks like it's going to rain or it's going to snow or I'm driving home and it's going to be foggy, I always ask, can you remove the rain? Can you not have it rain when I get there? I don't want to get soaked. Or can please don't have the roads be slippery, or just can you take the fog away because it's hard for me to see? And
right.
It's happened so often that has changed, that it's more than coincidence that it's happened.
Sure. Well, as Swamiji teaches us, like being able to manifest weather command nature is a part of Hinduism, is actually a result of our processes that we go through. Even the homas, our Bala sons, the students in the Nithyananda Gurukul,
mm-hmm.
when they do homas, it rains, literally.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And that's, one measure of the success of the homa, actually.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're in that space of oneness, then you literally can command the weather.
Absolutely. And like I say, it's happened so often
mm-hmm.
that I just feel like it's not a coincidence. I ask and it just immediately manifests itself. And so that's just one of the things that's been kind of fun in my life that's really manifested.
Right. And it may not be the purpose of your life,
No.
but it gives confidence to the rest of your life. Like,
Absolutely.
I can change this, I can change that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, yeah. And there are so many things. I can't think of anything else right now, but so many things in my life that have changed. When I was working, I just felt like even my presence kind of added peacefulness to the psychiatric unit. And my interactions with the patients always seemed a lot more deep and meaningful. After IA, I started going to IAs mm-hmm. and that. And the relationships were more meaningful, and they were grateful for the words that I had to share. Mm-hmm. And often they were teachings of Swamiji mm-hmm. also that I was able to share with people.
And you find it helpful for people in that state?
Absolutely. They, like I say, they were grateful and they were ready to go home and they were ready to pick up their lives and just excited more about where they were going in life.
Right. Uh-huh. Because where you're from, you're a seeker, so a lot of these concepts and understandings you were looking for, and
yes,
but for a lot of people this is new. So when they have someone who has experienced it, looks like them, is where they're from. You're originally from Michigan, so you're from the central, what is it?
Midwest.
Midwest.
Yes, I'm from the Midwest, yeah.
Midwest, and you've been to India, you're practicing Hindu, and you're sharing from experience.
Yes.
It's not just talk. And I think that's the beautiful thing about being a disciple of Swamiji, is like we are practicing Hindus, right? It's not just we have some intellectual understanding from Swamiji.
Right.
We have the powerful meditation processes with Swamiji, the mandala processes, everything, mm-hmm. the inner awakenings. But then the Hindu rituals are a big part of our life too.
Yes.
And even just the other day, Swamiji said, the Pada Puja, if you sit for Pada Puja, live Pada Puja, it's 10,000 times more powerful than the mandala process, which happens at the Inner Awakening program.
Absolutely, yeah.
Which shows you, Swamiji doesn't say anything casually, right?
No.
So that shows you how powerful mm-hmm. the rituals in our Hindu tradition are. When mm-hmm. they're done with the right context, mm-hmm. not just pushed on you, not just done out of fear or some wrong ideas, mm-hmm. and that space of oneness, mm-hmm. right? That space of oneness, which we connect so easily with Swamiji.
Yes.
So anything else you wanted to share with the viewers? Maybe thinking about IA or any.
Yeah. Well, I would certainly recommend everybody that can go to IA, please do so, because that is where you get initiated and the things that you want to change in your life start to be available to you. And then also there's a program at the end of the month if you're near a temple. It's a 2-day program called Kalpataru, and that means it's a wish fulfilling. So you'll be able to ask something from Swamiji that you should get fulfilled as a wish. And it's 2 days, and it's just going to be really kind of an awesome experience. So if you're close to a temple or some way that has a 2-way, video. And what that means, he's live from India, and then you're seeing him live from where you are. And that means that when he sees you, he's able to shower blessings on you. So it's always beautiful to be able to see him live.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes. So I'll actually post a link to this program that she's talking about, August 26th and 27th.
Yes.
Definitely, if you're from the Ohio area, come to the Columbus Temple.
Yes.
It will be a treat to be here in Swamiji. Swamiji's blessed this temple. He's been here. Mm-hmm. He did the prana pratishtha for the deities. And so his presence, when you walk in this temple, you'll feel Swamiji's presence.
Absolutely.
So thank you, Kathy, for sharing.
Well, thank you for inviting me.
Yes. Thank you, everyone, for listening. Thank you so much. Nithyanandam.
Nithyanandam.